Good evening, everyone. You're watching 90 and Out with Timothy Holt, where you get 90 seconds of commentary from the Christian Bible on a passage of Scripture. Tonight we are looking at Philemon 15 and 16. Perhaps the reason he was separated from you for a little while was that you might have him back forever, no longer a slave, but better than a slave, as a dear brother. He is very dear to me, but even dearer to you, both as a fellow man and as a brother in the Lord. Here's 90 seconds. So, Paul, also known as Saul of Tarsus, is writing Philemon, a prominent individual in the church at Colossae, who's operating a home church out of his house. And this is in regards to a runaway slave named Onesimus. So, Paul is sending Onesimus back to Philemon, not as a slave. He's asking Philemon to free him from slavery and make him a brother in his family, adopt him, which is a pretty big deal if you are familiar with Roman and Greek history. That is a massive request. Slaves were considered the lowest of the low on the socioeconomic scale, and brothers were pretty high up in wealthy families. So that's kind of a big deal. So he also says that maybe he was separated, he ran away. In the grand scheme of things, that led him to Paul, which led him to Jesus Christ and turned his life around, which means he is so much more valuable now than he was as a runaway slave. Um, and he's saying he's very dear to Paul, but dearer to Philemon because they can reconcile, and that is very important. And he's saying, welcome him as a fellow man and a brother in the Lord, which is a pretty big request. That is a pretty big undertaking in forgiveness. And that's 90 seconds, and we're out.